All right, let's get it, y'all. Moon in Virgo, Sun in Leo. This is one for the books. All right. What's good, man? Yes, sir. What? Okay, so record the video. Yeah, sure. I enjoyed the one that I had before.
Alright, so just come up in like 5 minutes. I'll fix you a plate to go. I want to make it look presentable, you know.
Okay.
So maybe you just do a review up there, or I'll bring you a plate. I'll bring you a real plate.
I could do it up there if you bring it. I could do it down here. It's whatever.
It's loud up there. We're still cooking and shit.
Okay.
I'll just bring you a real plate.
Can I get one for later too, like an afternoon? Can I pick it up later, or are you just doing it all now?
I give you a plate and a to-go plate. Takeaway. A little bit.
I'll just do a takeaway. I'll just do takeaway.
Alright,
Yeah.
no, I wanted you to like present it, you know, like I don't know.
Do you want me to do it up there, or I could do it down here?
You do it up there. Just come up 5 minutes.
All right, cool. Word. Once again, that was my neighbor, by the way. Shout out to him. This is the first Moon in Virgo transit we're having with Leo since last year. The last Moon in Virgo transit that we had was during Cancer season. Then the moon entered Libra and the sun entered Leo. So this is the first moon Virgo transit we're having during Leo season. The sun is in the 20 degrees. It's like 25-ish, 24, 25. So once the moon gets to like 25 degrees Virgo, we are activating the 30-degree semi-sextile angle that is going to officially manifest. So everything up until that point is still the Aries signature activating new life force energy that we have activated. That 0-degree sun moon conjunction point to Lilith that spiced the bejesus out of this activation transit is now manifesting with the understanding of Earth Virgo, the change of behavior that constitutes the practical, real experiential understanding of how you are converting this energy into a practical perspective that helps you understand the detailed ways with which you are integrating your supernatural abilities. Boom. And that's the best part about this, because you're going to be understanding exactly how personally to you manifest this. That's why I love earth sign transits, because they break down the real practical element earth of, in this case with Virgo, how. If this was Taurus, this would not be a real experience. This would be more of a solid quality. And then Capricorn would be more of a real direction guided by integrity or lack thereof. So Virgo is the social earth sign, if you think that it is square Gemini, of experimentation. Virgo is analysis in its representation, both ruled by Mercury, the sense of our brain that enables the input output for us to experiment and analyze how we perceive reality. If your brain is in a vat versus if this is actually real and it's in your brain, right? The philosophical question, philosophy being more Sag and Pisces. So Virgo is very important in its social quality, because the individual ideas you have, once you debate Libra Virgo, other individual ideas, this social integration of individual ideas creates an analysis through where we, through testing, analyze what is factual and what is fiction. And this is where, in this understanding of how your behavior is changing, mutable earth, you're understanding details that, relative to the last understanding of details, show growth and change. And this is what, coming into the moon in Libra, is going to help you understand what direction to take socially, because you have changed your behavior. Remember, Virgo is the axis of practice through repetition. It's the earth sign. This is the behavioral pattern. How our behaviors created repetition. And this is where you're going to understand what to practice. This is where you're also manifesting the quality and value and experience, the real experience, because the metaphysical experience is Pisces, the visual experience is Sag, and the intellectual experience is Gemini. So the real practical experience is through Virgo. And this is where it doesn't matter if you believe this or not, right? The moon is transiting through this space, whether you believe it or not. Of course, if you don't believe that this is what it means, that's fair. This is an interpretive art. The way you're going to perceive it is different, but it doesn't change the fact that the moon is transiting this part of the imaginary wheel of the zodiac. So whatever you make it mean for you is what you will. I'm just here to tell you this is what's happening in the sky, kind of like a meteorologist, a space meteorologist. And the reason why that's important is because this moon, while it's transiting and starting a new cycle with Mercury and Mars, is also opposing Saturn and Neptune. So Saturn and Neptune are bringing in this collective narrative element of people's belief relative to metaphysical influences, which, since we are still in the fire sign, I have to remind you what counts as metaphysical: anything that is beyond your senses. For example, the fact that the visible light spectrum and frequencies of the electromagnetic spectrum, you are only visible of less than 1%. That means there are about 90+% more of light that is not visible to you, but still exists. So that really speaks of worlds upon worlds beyond us that we don't even see. That's what Pisces represents. Metaphysics, the physics of that which is beyond our senses. Neptune is developing your imagination for unlimited possibilities, and Saturn is crystallizing the integrity of your beliefs through the pattern of your behaviors. And that's why the 180-degree opposition of Virgo to Pisces enables us to ground through this practical real experience exactly how we're being influenced by these metaphysical beliefs. Now, Gemini and Sagittarius on the other side of the axis is our thought and vision, the word in the dictionary and the meaning of the word. So Virgo of lifestyle and behavior and Pisces of beliefs in this bridging are bringing down from heaven, right, from this imaginary space, from this etheric, metaphysical, extra-dimensional space, a much more analytical understanding and detailed breakdown of what we are creating through these patterns. Mercury and Mars linking your brain function with your action, like Floyd Mayweather has Mars, Mercury, and Aquarius, which has to be cheating because this is just too legendary at this point. But in Virgo, it's very analytical, and this is going to be similar to programming a technique like you would program an app, using the imagination as an unlimited possibility for how you're going to specify through position this. And so what that's going to look like is you're going to actually be utilizing, in an initial sense, elements of your own energy. We can look at this basically through just the form of confidence, how much more passionately you are towards this. But this perfect understanding, the Virgo moon understanding, is going to break down quite critically how you do this. And after you practice in the gym, we go to Libra and present this. Libra is presentation of performance. It's the polishing of your rawness in Aries, from Aries to Libra, 180 degrees. Me versus me once I line myself up and I polish my talents. This is what's going to prepare for the Virgo transit coming in to the first quarter square with the moon in Sag after it leaves Scorpio. So, of course, the mutable and perceptive quality of this is to bring, pertinent, irrelevant factors that may not necessarily align with the truth. And this is where you want to be mindful of perspectives introduced that might be lacking in context. Make sure you tie this back to what's really factual, that you can practically experience to give you a basis and context here. But this is very exciting because this is going to begin to manifest what we've just activated. And this manifestation is going to change your behavior because you're going to be understanding the effects of this energy you've just activated with Venus retrograde, which is redefining your love life. And we also have to take into account the grand Earth trine that Mars, Mercury, and the Moon will make to Jupiter in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus. This is going to enhance our physical experience because of the strengthened quality of our five senses due to these Taurus placements. And that's what's going to draw out how exactly you harness this energy. And then the trine to Pluto and Capricorn is going to awaken the direction that you utilize this energy for more practical function. This will, of course, increase your vitality. This is going to give more focus. You might be waking up supernaturally, but we also have to respect the supernatural quality of how this is going to induce realizations relative to you legitimately activating new energy, new courage, new confidence. You're going to be expressing this socially as you integrate this evolution of your individuality, meaning that you've leveled the fuck up. You've stepped into a new cycle of evolution, and the sun that is squaring at this point 91 degrees Uranus, 23 degrees in Taurus, is breaking those seeds through the ground, having you be aware of this level of innovation before the harvest is complete in another 3 months during Scorpio season. Yeah, son. Straight math. I know my shit. So with that being said, really analyze, okay? Really make mistakes. Try and prove yourself wrong. That's the best ways to apply the scientific method to these metaphysical experiences. And in trying to prove a lot of these things wrong, you'll find that most of them are actually not wrong like you thought. There's just a shift in perspective that's needed in light of context that will help you understand through other people, through yourself, through your experiences, what specifically it is you are bringing into form, which is what Earth does to fire. It condenses that energy. So this is really just energy, which is kind of like an illusion because you think it's solid. That's what Earth represents. And this is what's going to really develop the understanding of how to make techniques out of your own heart's will, all right? The will of your consciousness. And thankfully, those oppositions to Saturn will maintain integrity of your beliefs by showing you, hey, you believe this, but this is what's happening in real life. You're fucking delusional. Or, hey, you believe this, and this is supported by what you're experiencing in your life. Hey, you actually are onto something. Okay, and any reality checks that you're given based on your social interactions versus what you imagine within, don't get in your ego. It's okay to be wrong. As much as I like to debate, I love being wrong because that means that I get to learn something new, and that means that I was wrong in how I perceive something. It's nothing that I'm going to attach my identity to my beliefs and thoughts and make me feel like I'm being attacked. Some people might attack me because of my beliefs, but I will never take it personal because game is game. Truth is the truth. It is what it is. So be open to being wrong about certain things, but also be open to realizing you were right about certain things, especially when it comes to the potential of you and metaphysical facets of you that to science are either science fiction or fantasy, only to find out that they're real, that you can manifest what you think of, whether you believe it or not, instantly because of the repetition of impressing your subconscious, that you can create the world that you're in, that you can shift and, facilitate experiences that are supposed to be impossible, like making yourself grow a few inches. Okay, these are things that you're going to begin to break through at a more exponential quality because you're understanding the specifics of how exactly your consciousness and existence supersedes and makes obsolete old traditional understandings. You are the revolution, you are the case study, you are the experiment, you are the analysis, and this is what's going to bring to your analytical plate more data to work with. As we continue to activate this new moon before we start to integrate it, moving into Virgo, which is going to be the final integration, which is going to put everything we've evolved all together, and it's going to have you master techniques and step into the eclipse super powered more than ever in your evolved state. All right. Be very mindful of the frames people are placing on you because the second house transit is about developing your behavior of your worth and how you socialize and express and perform on stage. So don't let people set false presuppositions and frames basing things off of red herrings and straw men that are literally built, even though they're irrelevant in nature. Don't let people hit you with ad hominems attacking your character because they don't like what you said, but they didn't really speak to what you said. Virgo is going to help you analyze the details of what and how people are saying what they're saying and believing. And if you really maintain that integrity of your beliefs, you don't really have to defend the truth. You don't have to defend the truth. So you can defend your perspective, but you never have to defend the truth. And that's all I'm going to say for today. Y'all stay blessed as always. I hope you enjoy this transit. It's going to be really awesome. And until next time, Godspeed. Shout out to Infinity Gang. We still undefeated out here. Stay omniscopic, limitless. As always, peace.